Hello, this is Mega Man into 125. Been a while since I made a theorizing video, but here I am. In this video, I'm discussing Skyward Sword, and specifically, its relations to other games in the franchise. For starters, for those of you who may or may not be living under a rock, Skyward Sword is a prequel to Ocarina of Time, making it the first game in the timeline. Officially, that is, anyway. So there's a lot of room for stuff you'd expect in a prequel for an entire series. For instance, in the 3DS press conference, Miyamoto mentions how the game is a tribute to Zelda's 25th anniversary, and that it will include elements from all of the games. First off, let's talk about the villains. In my video discussing Girahim, I mentioned the possibility of he being a Dark Interloper. Well, in recent months, this has only been strengthened. In the Skyward Sword intro, it depicts many evil beings attempting to take over the land in order to get the Triforce. Well, this is exactly what the Dark Interlopers were attempting to do in Twilight Princess, until they were sealed away by the Light Spirits, that is. Not only that, Skyward Sword seems to have prominent connections with Twilight Princess. The regions in Skyward Sword are named after the Light Spirits themselves. For instance, Death Mountain is called Eldin Volcano, and the forest section is called Faerun Woods. Not only that, we've seen a blue water dragon-like fellow who is reportedly named Faerun. Now, while this seems odd considering Faerun was a squirrel spirit of the forest, there could be other explanations. For instance, all of the light spirits in Skyward Sword could be represented with a water spirit, even Eldin. Why? Well, if you remember, all of the light spirits actually lived in springs. Moving on, Link's tunic is a clear indicator that this Link is the hero mentioned in Twilight Princess. It's the same tunic that Link wears in Twilight Princess, which is given him by Ordana. Now, for the game, this is actually a prequel of Ocarina of Time. So far, we haven't seen much that could actually link the game toward Ocarina of Time. However, there's this fellow named Gaebora. How do you say it? Gaepora? I'm not really sure. He's Zelda's father and the headmaster at Link's night school. He seems to be a wise old man. However, he also bears resemblance to another wise figure that guides Link on his quest in Ocarina of Time, that being Gaebora. Considering the names, I think Nintendo has made it pretty clear who Gaebora is. Or will be anyway. Gaebora the Owl is said to be the reincarnation of an ancient sage, who a long time ago I assumed to possibly be Rayuru, but Gaebora actually looks like him too. The plot thickens. Anyway, there's also this guy, who may or may not be the Deku Tree, but it's merely speculation based on his looks, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Next, other games. For starters, check out this guy. Looks awfully familiar, right? The game also seems to take items from other games. For instance, the mole mitts and Gust Jar from Minish Cap and the whip from Spirit Tracks. Personally, I think this game has a lot of potential in terms of storytelling and could depict all kinds of things throughout the series. Majora's origins, some backstory on the Oka, backstory of the Twilight, backstory for Ganondorf, of course. The list goes on. Skyward Sword is just 1 month away, people, and we'll have all their questions answered. Be sure to stay tuned for more theorizing in the future. Oh, and if anyone has anything to add that I forgot, please do so in the comments. Mega Man into 125, signing out.